Okay, good morning, everybody, or good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. My name is Ronan. I'm the chair for this session this morning. You're all welcome to this year's, or the first virtual study weekend. This morning's satellite meeting is all about what's new in CCP4. We'll have a few different talks from several of our developers and key users. What else? We've quite a few talks, so if you have questions, I advise you to use the Q&A function at the bottom. There is the option to upvote other people's questions if you see a question that you'd like answered. Our speakers are all going to be available throughout the session to answer those questions. But we'll try and have one or two after each talk as well. So without further ado, we'll get started. We've had a couple of problems with some of our speakers' audio. So the first talk was due to be given by Billy, but I'll do it in his place because he seems to be having some trouble. Okay, let me just start that.
Hello.
Hello.
Can you hear me now?
I can, Billy. Do you want to do the presentation yourself?
Yes, if you share the screen and put it on the presentation mode, because otherwise it doesn't work.
You can do it from yours if you want.
Can I? Okay, yeah, I'll try that. Just a moment. Is it working?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, I'll get started. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to see what's new in CCP4 in 2021. This session is traditionally held before the main program of the CCP4 study weekend begins. So in this session, we will have 5 short talks on various aspects of the computational X-ray crystallography. After this brief introduction of mine, Paul Emsley will talk about what's new in COOT, the model building program. Then Kevin Cowden will discuss the recent developments in shift field refinement. Stuart McNicholas will tell us what is new in CCP4i2, the graphical user interface. Finally, Arno Pahl will discuss CCP4 Cloud, the system for remote computations in macromolecular crystallography. Tomorrow, on Thursday and on Friday, we will have a number of so-called lunchtime bites. These are presentations, tutorials, or question and answer sessions given by the developers of the individual software programs. You have full lists of these sessions in the study weekend program with links to the Zoom sessions. You can choose whichever topics you find most interesting. They are called lunchtime bites because during the normal study weekends, these sessions take place during the lunch breaks. So the sessions are set up as regular Zoom sessions such that all attendants can speak and share screens. So this should encourage more interactive sessions. The latest version of CCP4 suite is version 7.1, codename Skipton, released in April 2020. It is a complete modernization of the previous version, introducing technical modifications due to changes in operating systems and advances in programming languages. It includes updates to many components of the suite, such as COOT, Phaser, Dials, and the Select suite. New software components include Chemi, Mr. Pass, CCP4 Cloud, CCP4 Build, and a new interface to the Master suite. CCP4 organizes a number of workshops and schools around the world on most continents. In 2020, many of these workshops and schools were cancelled due to the pandemic. The latest workshop was the virtual Diamond CCP4 workshop in December. This year, we will hopefully return to a more normal schedule. However, the list is still rather tentative at this point. The South African workshop will be held at the end of February or the beginning of March. It will be a virtual workshop. The Diamond workshop will take place in December in one way or the other. The other workshops are still provisional, and more of them will probably be added later on. For more information on the upcoming workshops, watch our website, the mailing list, and our Twitter feed. So here is a list for additional resources. The CCP4 bulletin board is the mailing list for general discussion on all aspects of X-ray crystallography. CCP4 help desk is the place to ask questions on running the software and to report bugs and any other issues. We have a Twitter feed, CCP4_MX, and a couple of YouTube channels which are worth checking out. CCP4 Wiki is a collection of crystallographic knowledge collected from discussions on CCP4 BB and elsewhere. Both CCP4I2 and CCP4 Cloud have extensive documentation and tutorials. CCP4 Online is a web portal for several molecular replacement and experimental phasing pipelines, which you can run remotely on a high-performance computing cluster. And so CCP4 is a result of collaboration between many researchers over 40 years. The core group takes care of collecting the software from different research groups into an integrated software suite, testing it and distributing it to the users. Major contributors include the LMB and Phaser groups in Cambridge, University of York and Liverpool, Diamond Light Source, University of Leiden, and many more, hopefully not missing too many. Thank you for your attention. For the next talk.